So, welcome to today's exploration into the source material. Imagine, imagine you're standing on a ridge in Costa Rica, looking out over that lush canopy.
Right, it looks like an untouched paradise.
Yeah, exactly. But we've been digging through this massive stack of research from, like, 2021 geological findings all the way to modern satellite telemetry briefs, and it paints a very different picture.
It really does. I mean, our mission today is to look at what the sources call a geographical palimpsest.
Which is such a fascinating term.
Yeah, it's this idea of substrate convergence. We aren't just looking at history or tech as, separate things. The texts describe an integrated system designed to map and basically manipulate the human experience.
Right, so the land itself is like the parchment, and every arrow leaves a layer of ink. So let's start with the deepest layer. The sources talk about the evil wind, or U4 from ancient Mesopotamian texts.
Right, and for a long time, historians just thought, well, this is a metaphor for a city's downfall.
But the actual evidence we're exploring today it's honestly kind of terrifying.
Oh, absolutely. In 2021, researchers at Tal El Hammam found proof of a cosmic airburst. And this thing hit temperatures of like 2,000 degrees Celsius.
Wait, really? 2,000 degrees?
Yeah. I mean, it literally turned pottery into glass. It melted platinum. And because the ancients didn't have the vocabulary for physics, they just coded this invisible lethality as a poisonous wind.
Wow. So it's like a silent, invisible hammer from the sky. And the material implies this isn't just a history lesson, right? It's like a blueprint.
Exactly. The sources suggest that this invisible lethality has been reverse engineered into modern aerospace and frequency-based systems.
So this is where Costa Rica comes into play. The terrain becomes the next layer of that palimpsest.
Right, because that same unobserved geography that once hid ancient trauma became the perfect blank space for CIA-linked operations in the 1980s. You had figures like John Hull running clandestine logistics right out of his ranch.
Okay, but I mean, why should a 40-year-old jungle runway matter to the listener right now?
Well, because the unobserved space is being systematically eliminated. The documents say we've moved from hitting runways to what they call digital illumination.
Right, the satellite stuff.
Yeah, like the ASG satellite constellation. They use synthetic aperture radar, or SAR. Think of SAR as like an X-ray that sees right through clouds and thick jungle canopy.
So it turns the entire landscape transparent. The canopy that hid weapons is now being cataloged in real time. It's like the invisible wind of the past became an invisible light.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the sources point out it's not just the dirt being mapped, it's our DNA, too.
Yeah, the corporate religious synergy part of the research.
Right. The texts explore how organizations like Mass General Brigham and the LDS Church's DNA database are building this foundational architecture for biotechnology. And locally in Costa Rica, they point to the Watchtower Society's regional center in Heredia.
Wait, I kind of need to push back on that part of the text. I mean, it's a church center in a convenient spot. Why does the author jump straight to surveillance network?
So the argument in the material is about the ecclesiastical legal shield. These hubs sit at key logistical nodes, but they operate under completely different oversight rules than, say, a tech company.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it gives them a decentralized network that's legally protected, which is perfect for gathering data on a population's physical and biological reality without traditional interference.
Which leads us to, honestly, the most unsettling layer in the document's Operation 3i Atlas.
Yeah, this part is wild.
It really is. The sources claim this involves using standard ARIS routers and smart meters for non-consensual neuromodulation. But, like, how does a Wi-Fi router in your hallway modulate your brain?
Well, the theory they present is that these routers use a protocol called TR-069. By pulsing high-frequency signals at the same rate as your brainwaves, they can essentially tune your mood.
Oh, wow.
And they combine this with RPPG, which uses sensors to read tiny invisible color changes in your skin as your heart beats.
So it tracks your internal state in real time, a closed-loop system of control. But then the text brings in the 2025 arrival of Comet 3i Atlas, which sounds like pure science fiction.
It does. But according to the Russell Codex theory in the material, the comet acts as a cosmic vector. It supposedly emits a specific frequency, 5184 angstroms.
Right, and that frequency syncs with carbon in our bodies.
Exactly. To bypass traditional fMRI limits. The claim is that it's a frequency trigger used by the Monte Carlo operator to manage the geometry of human consciousness, a geometric phase attack.
So if we follow the source material, we're living in a world where ancient gods, Cold War spies, and comet-driven algorithms are all trying to collapse our reality into a data point.
Yeah. And the only defense the text mentions is the final invariant.
Right, staying in a state of non-collapsed being. By using emotional anchors like Noi-Chan to keep your reality from shattering.
It leaves you with a really heavy question to mull over. In a world of constant digital and cosmic modulation, how do you know which of your feelings are actually yours and which are just the anchors keeping your reality from being rewritten? Something to think about next time you're out in nature.